Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the 2019 One to Watch Bryden Award, Kimberly Badal.
Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone. Thought it was supposed to be a celebration, no? Good night, everyone. Nice, 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 nice. So I just want to say immense gratitude for this humbling honor. And to my fellow awardees, congratulations. So I'm going to start with a story. I'm from the Caribbean. We tell things in stories. So in 2008, on a dark, cold night of a September fall, my mom pulled into Bethune residence and dropped me off at a new chapter of my life. It had only ever been the two of us, and now I was leaving. She cried, I cried, and so my time at York, ironically, began in tears. But tears, though, I've come to realize, are great punctuations in life, marking our most memorable moments, whether it be sad or joyous, and often signal a coming evolution of self. My York thesis, Organic Chemistry 2030, and the Caribbean Cancer Research Initiative were all birthed from tears. And while I can't say that I learned that much from organic chemistry, York taught me two core fundamental global truths. The first global truth is that where you live is one of the most important predictors of the length of your life. The second truth is that to address these outcome inequalities, the way must be tried. That is, that one of us must stand up and pave the way that others need to make a difference. So in 2014, I returned home to Trinidad with a burning desire to really have a tangible impact, but unfortunately, I found no avenue for this. So 3.5 years ago, in what I look back on now as a bout of really just sheer insanity, I decided at 26 years old to create the opportunity I was looking for myself. And so, the Caribbean Cancer Research Initiative was born to systematically address the glaring disparity in cancer outcomes between the Caribbean and more developed countries. This is by far the most difficult thing I've ever done. Much more difficult than organic chem, much more difficult than my PhD. I set a goal so audacious that it is forcing me to grow into the person that can achieve it by any means necessary. I remember having to count and log bags and bags of coins till my hands actually turned black just to raise the initial amount of funding that we needed. I have to hold the optimism and light for myself and my team amidst the surrounding suffering and hopelessness we see every day. I carry the heavy weight of every decision we make. So today I accept this award with deep humility and gratitude, as I know this is not the result of my singular effort, but that of everyone that has worked with me and is continuing to work with me in self-sacrifice. To my mother, Michelle, my fiancé, Terry, my godmother, Jenny, my best friend, Katerina, who thought that I was deserving of this award and nominated me. To my uncle Ron, my aunt Gail, and Rial, each of you have played such a pivotal role in my journey. I am so grateful to you all. Without you all, I am nothing. So being one to watch suggests that you all think that my future will somehow be pivotal. I'm going to do something. Well, to be honest, I began this journey with the end in mind. So I'm going to tell you where I'm going. We are going to reach our targets of establishing the first sustainable, high-impact, internationally recognized cancer research institute for the Caribbean. This is where I'm going. Cancer is serious business, and we just do not have time. The patients we serve every day are counting on us. My grandmother, who died of this dreadful disease, is counting on me. So I would just like to close with the following quote by Theodore Roosevelt that drives me in my most difficult moments, and I really hope it will inspire you. And I quote, "It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short again and again, because there's no effort without error or shortcoming, but who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself for a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who, at the worst if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly. So his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who knew neither victory nor defeat." Thank you, York University, for being so instrumental in laying the foundation from which I launched my life. I promise you today to continue daring greatly. Thank you.